while researching upcoming 2026 films, I have discovered something incredible.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live!
Octogenarian filmmaker Ridley Scott has a film coming out in March 2026. It's the adaptation of a novel, The Dog Stars, by Peter Heller. It's a post-apocalyptic science fiction film, but what's really got me interested is, according to Wikipedia, this is a live-action movie, by the way, but Jacob Elordi is going to be playing Hig, a Dalmatian, Margaret Qualley, Seema, a Saluki, and Josh Brolin is going to be playing Bangli, a thoroughbred horse. I'm sure this is a misedit. Someone's messed up the Wikipedia entry to this. But just imagine that movie. 2026, our expectations are now set.
$69, dudes!
Keep hearing that cinema is dying, that streaming is taking over. Yet, to me, cinema feels more alive than ever. Streamers are putting more content into theatres than they ever have. It's a great success, despite all the remakes, the reboots, the rehashes. General standard of output across, particularly this summer, the heavy tempo releases has been really high. Glancing over the planned releases for 2026, I think there's a lot to get excited about, and we're going to dig into that. I really think we should take a minute just to appreciate how banging 2025 has been.
Then check this out.
You hear that? That's the sound of sizzling.
So 2026 has some big boots to fill, and I think it's not just going to fill them, I think it's going to exceed it. January tends to be that Oscar bait month, so you do have Song Sung Blue, you do have Hamnet coming out, but I want to get excited about a sequel, and that's 28 years later, The Bone Temple. Alex Garland pulled a masterstroke with 20 years later. In my opinion, I understand fully how divisive a movie it was. If you're looking forward to The Bone Temple because of 28 years later, you're on the same page as me. This is a continuation of the madness that they ended the film with, the themes, and we're going to follow Spike's journey, where he's going, and this one is highly anticipated and the start of 2026 for me. Then there's a film the week after called Mercy coming out. It's starring Chris Pratt and Rebecca Ferguson. I'm calling it now. It's going to be one of the worst films of the year. One of the worst films of the year right there.
Hold on, just wait a sec.
I mean, it looks like a poor man's Minority Report. Spectacle of Chris Pratt sitting in a chair, watching screens. I mean, experience this in IMAX. Man sitting in a chair, looking at a screen. One day there will be studies on the fall of Chris Pratt. February sees the release of Helm, which came on my radar when the trailer dropped. Really interesting cut trailer, interesting premise. Directed by Sam Raimi, willing to give this one a go. Wuthering Heights adaptation, Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi. What's really interesting about this one is directed by Emerald Fennell, Saltburn, Promising Young Woman. Both very stylistic, very intense dramas, and I want to see more of this director's output. So yeah, let's see what she does, the source material. And the week after, we've got Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, Gore Verbinski's latest with Sam Rockwell, about a man from the future traveling to the past and recruiting the patrons of a Los Angeles diner to help combat rogue artificial intelligence. Count me in. Scream 7. Yeah, we don't need to say too much about that. And March is interesting. We've got Bride, Maggie Gyllenhaal's directorial debut, Christian Bale, Jesse Buckley, Jake Gyllenhaal, of course. Initial buzz has not been too positive, but the trailer looks like it's got a real style to it. Remains to be seen if it's got the substance to back it up. We've got Project Hail Mary coming out. Now, Ryan Gosling seemingly can do no wrong. Let's see how the Star Wars movie turns out. But Project Hail Mary is really, really high potential. It's got a real great grounding to it. The Martian, directed by Ridley Scott, starring Matt Damon, is an adaptation of Andy Weir's novel. A really solid film, really solid watch, and based on the fact it was a great book, it was a great source material, and Andy Weir wrote Project Hail Mary. You put this in the hands of Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, and they're directing from a script by Drew Goddard. It's starring Ryan Gosling. Like, let's get out of the way. The trailer that dropped for this looks superb. Promising, scale, spectacle, humor, grounding. This one could be the real surprise of the year. I think it's going to do good numbers. And the same day that comes out, March 20th, there's a little placeholder, Untitled, Kendrick Lamar, Matt Stone, Trey Parker project. If that doesn't get you excited,
Get off my plane.
rounding March out with the big one. No, not Bluey at the cinema. The Dog Stars. If George Brolin will not play a horse, I'm sure it's a miss at it. April, Mario Galaxy movie, 1.5 billion. I mean, how big is this one going to be? It's going to be huge. The only question for me really is, did Chris Pratt call this line sitting in a chair?
Hold on, just wait a sec.
I think the real interesting one is the end of April. Michael. Let's be honest, there's so many fingers in the pie on this one that it's going to go down that Bohemian Rhapsody kind of biopic, directed by Antoine Fuqua. We're not getting the warts and all story. It's going to be thing when he was the zombie and like did the video, and they remember, oh, he did like there's going to make a ton of money this one. And then May, in case you're worried that Hollywood was trying to do something different, trying to come up with some ideas, fear not. You've got that legacy sequel you never knew you wanted. A delayed sequel to a movie that was okay. And yeah, Star Wars. First Star Wars movie in the cinemas for a while. We'll wait till next year for Star Wars Starfighter, which is a kind of standalone Star Wars. This one, hey, it's got some baggage and you have to go and watch some series content to be fully up to speed. Take a look at Dune. Holy shit, there's a Masters of the Universe movie coming out. I mean, that's 80s kids' dream. You can't go wrong with a Masters of the Universe movie this day and age with the resources that Hollywood has to put behind something like this. This is gonna be something to watch out for. I mean, nothing could kind of temper your expectations for a Masters of the... For fuck's sake.
And echoed in the wells of silence.
June 12th. I think there's something special that might land here. It's not the new scary movie, which they're back to the Wayans brothers. Let's give them a chance to cook. Steven Spielberg, Untitled event movie, Amblin Entertainment, scored by John Williams, apparently UFO themed. Let's wait for a trailer to drop on this one to really kind of pass initial judgment, but honestly I'm happy to see Spielberg back in that sci-fi wheelhouse. Excited to see what he's cooking. Toy Story 5, yep, Toy Story 5, Supergirl. July, you've got Minions 3. The live action Disney, it's Moana. Cliffhanger, remake, reboot. Come on July, come on Hollywood, give me something to get excited about. We will definitely cover this upcoming film a lot more in the remaining 8 months till it comes out, but Christopher Nolan, biggest budget, totally filmed in IMAX, one of the greatest stories of all time. In America they had IMAX pre-sales a year ahead of time. This is an unprecedented cinematic experience. August is looking pretty dead. Flowervale Street, upcoming American science fiction film, directed by David Robert Mitchell, who did It Follows, Anne Hathaway, Ewan McGregor. We're getting towards the end of the year where there's not much available to view, so let's wait for a trailer to drop on this one. September, we enter that quirky period just outside of the main summery blockbusters. DC has Clayface coming out. One to get potentially excited about is the new Resident Evil movie, except this is a standalone, totally isolated away from the absolute cinematic bowel movements that Paul W.S. Anderson produced. This is Zach Cregger's hot off the back of Weapons, doing something standalone. October's got the Untitled Alejandro Inarritu Tom Cruise project. No idea what this is. It's Tom Cruise, so there's some stunts in it, probably. There's a Street Fighter movie coming out, so you have a Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter movie coming out in the same year. There's the Social Reckoning, the follow-up to Social Network, except Finch is not involved and it's not the same cast. Right now, November's a graveyard, and then yeah, December's looking pretty low-key, to be honest. The rule of threes. You got Jumanji 3, Angry Birds 3. Oh, June 3. Okay. Oh, same release date. That's going to change. Same release date as Avengers Doomsday. That's going to be a big, big movie. Regardless of what is good, what is bad, 2026 looks stacked, and we should all be thankful for that. Now get to bed. It's late. Your parents are not going to be happy.
Would you like to know more?